Y'all know I'm about to butcher his name, so I'm gonna say it now. Beto or Roy. What up with you, Yang Gang? It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And this video right here is about him and his gun laws. So I'm gonna play a little short clip of his video, what he said, and I'm gonna give my rebuttal. Before I get started, I want to say this is going to be an epic video, and I appreciate everybody for coming rock with me who like, share, subscribe, and check out my channel. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get it up there. Let's go.
AR-15s and AK-47s, we'll have to sell them to the government, all of them. You know, the critics call this confiscation. Are you proposing taking away their guns, and how would this work?
I am, if it's a weapon that was designed to kill people on a battlefield. If the high impact, high velocity round, when it hits your body, shreds everything inside of your body because it was designed to do that so that you would bleed to death on a battlefield and not be able to get up and kill one of our soldiers. When we see that being used against children, and in Odessa, I met the mother of a 15-year-old girl who was shot by an AR-15, and that mother watched her bleed to death over the course of an hour because so many other people were shot by that AR-15 in Odessa and Midland. There weren't enough ambulances to get to them in time. Hell yes, we're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
Congressman, thank you.
And I want to say this. I'm listening to the people of this country. The day after I proposed doing that, I went to a gun show in Conway, Arkansas, to meet with those who are selling AR-15s and AK-47s and those who are buying those weapons. And you might be surprised, there was some common ground there. Folks who said, I would willingly give that up, cut it to pieces. I don't need this weapon to hunt, to defend myself. It is a weapon of war. So let's do the right thing, but let's bring everyone in America into the conversation. Republicans, Democrats, gun owners.
Woo! Now that's done. I want to first and foremost say, everybody that's watching this video might not agree with what I'm about to say, but if you disagree or you have a different terminology or different way of approaching this situation or this scenario, leave a comment below and I will respond, or at least like it, or you know what I'm saying, get it out there, and it might make sense. But anyway, my thoughts are the gun laws. First and foremost, for him to take every assault rifle out of people's hands, he would have to do some form of martial law. Now, if you're willing to go through a form of martial law, then it's okay. You might not mind. But me personally, I'm from Louisiana, and I've been through a couple forms of martial law. See, people don't tell everything that happens on the news. That's why you hear stuff like fake news, and we be saying, oh yeah, the news is fake. The news is fake. Why Donald Trump could say that? Because the thing that's happening right here in your own hometown that's not being recognized. Like, we went through a couple forms of martial law. Now, I know y'all heard about Katrina, that form of martial law. We had one where it was doing a part where Black Lives Matter. Then they was having regular police officers walking around with assault rifles and stuff like that, and you had curfews, and it was a whole bunch of different things. We had another flood. They had another type of martial law that was going on. You know, people like in California, they have martial law when with the right king and then the whole riot and stuff like that. So some people in America has witnessed a form of martial law, and they damn sure don't want to go back through nothing like that. So that's one good reason I could say that would be a bad idea. Second thing is, when he was talking about the assault rifles is designed to kill people, yes, to be honest with you, they are. But the thing about it is, it's for protection as well. Now, he was neglecting to mention, they was neglecting to mention this. This was one thing that he forgot, because he was so out of touch. He don't know about what actually goes on when you are being robbed, or somebody are breaking into your house. Very seldom it's one person. Very seldom. It's 2, 3, 4, and sometimes it might be 5 people. Normally, when somebody break into your house, they even watch on movies. When you see it on movies, it's very seldom they have one person doing a break-in. Very seldom. So when an assault rifle is designed to kill multiple people, let's say if you have somebody breaking and entering your house and you trying to protect your household, and you have a handgun and they have 3 or 4 people breaking into your house. And on top of that, with that scenario being said, that's why you need some of these assault rifles. Now I can see when they say semi-automatic and not fully automatic, that made more sense, because you don't just need to, just at least have where you constantly shooting instead of just holding the trigger back and just letting it rip. I can understand that. Keeping the guns out of kids' hands, I can understand that. And different ways going by doing it, I'm really with that. I don't mind being open to ideas, but I just know this idea is not going to work. And another reason is because criminals, and I have said this before, do not purchase their guns legally. So it doesn't matter if the laws say you cannot have this weapon. They will get their hands on these weapons. Now, you could catch a train, a military train, people doing that on boats. I'd have seen all types of stuff. I ain't seen that with my own 2 eyes because I'm not incriminating myself, but I'm saying I know all of these types of things that people would do to get weapons. Anything, everything. You can imagine people probably have weapons just drop and fly in, like how they doing on the when they be helicoptering in stuff or drones and stuff. They can get weapons across the border into the United States. They probably can manufacture them in the United States without nobody knowing that's what they doing, and still selling them on the black market. So those guns will never get extinct. And on top of that, if a person have this gun and it's a classic weapon that they've been having for their whole life, do you think they want to give up this gun? It holds sentimental value. People don't realize weapons do hold sentimental values as well. So you telling this man he got to give up, or this person, he have to give up this weapon that holds sentimental value to him just because of the laws is incorrect. I can understand what Andrew Yang was saying about we need to do it like a driver's license to be able to get these weapons. I can understand that will slow down some of the kids getting their hands on some of these guns. That'll slow that down. I mean, it's a lot of scenarios where kids is actually getting guns and doing bad things and terrible things. That's still going to happen. But, you can't control everything. The only thing you could do is try to minimize it and try to find alternate ways of doing things what could help, the community understand, like Andrew Yang was saying, another policy he was saying about like mental health, like they stigmatizing it. So if a person has some type of mental health issues, he would be able to get it checked and looked on, and be able to recognize it. See, once you better recognize it, now you know what steps you need to do to help and cure that. See, that will help get rid of a lot of the gun violence, not just trying to be forceful and take guns out of people's hands, because people will fight back. Martial law will be implemented. That's why I say that's not a good idea. People could do guns under the house. There's a lot of stuff. Well, I don't really have too much to say because it's a touchy subject, right? It's a touchy subject, and I really don't, I really don't want to say too much about it because I'm like on the fence about it, but I really don't think that the right approach. Just make sure y'all understand this. If y'all watch the video to this point, just remember, I do not like the approach that he was saying about just taking the guns out of people's hands. Now, they could implement different ways, whatever. If y'all know of anything, or if y'all with this here, leave a comment below. Say, well, I understand what you're saying, Triple Cup Chuck, but I feel like this. Or I understand and I feel the exact same way, Triple Cup Chuck. We need to get that out there a little bit more. That's the only thing that I'm saying. That's why I say trying to stay calm and make it a calm discussion, like a real discussion. So when people see this and hear this, they will understand this is my perspective of it and why I think that that's a bad idea. I'm not saying that people should be running around the street, everybody like it's World War III with assault rifle shooting them in the air like it's the 4th of July. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is I do not like the approach. Well, anyway, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? It's a very touchy subject. I mean, to be honest with you, I'd have lived in the trenches. So when I call it trenches, it's in the hood. So I experienced people getting shot, people shooting, people I grew up with that's no longer here with me. Trust me, I'm one of the people that's with everybody that has experienced loss by gun violence. So I'm not saying that, but what I am basically saying is I do not like the approach. Well, appreciate you for rocking with me. I'm out. Boy, what's good with you, Yang Gang? This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And man, this video right here is about, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Beto or hold up.